front side and back side of leaps. And then here is the pressure. This is the tension, the body tension, the stiff legs. Now look, choreographed. The more things you do in a complex that are choreographed, that they go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, it's also what we talked about before with muscle endurance. Okay, and then the back kicks go kick, ring, or I'm sorry, forgot side. I think most of you know these things, but again, we all need reminders to keep these in. I think too, the thing I like about kicks in a beam complex is that's a lot of times where we tend to pull maybe hamstrings or hip flexor injuries. So making sure that the hips are good and warmed up before you get up on beam, I think is very, very important. Okay, this is another one, straight leg skips, floor, beam, ankle weights. This is for pretty much all of the leap takeoffs. But it's when you do these straight leg skips, it's watching the bottom leg as well as the top leg. So you want to be able to get, you see different kids have different things. So we start off and we do them slow, trying to get that nice relift at the end without lifting the hip up and getting full extension in the bottom foot. I would say none of these three kids have really good bottom feet. They're all not at full extension. Okay, then you want to do them connected. And I don't put arms with this. These are younger kids trying to work and feet and not step on their heels. And the more that you put all the arms with it, the more it can look like a cluster. So when you're doing complexes, really work on isolations so you can clean up like these arms, these legs, the feet, and so on. Very weak, but another skill that I feel goes with the straight leg skips are alternate split leaps. We know that switch leap, pretty much you've got to be able to show on both sides, switch halves. So get your kids going on those, even though they may not be pretty. Okay, all right. So jumps, we're doing more and more, and we're doing them front ways, and we're doing them sideways so that we can increase the value. But if we're not increasing the root skill, they're not going to be big. And I've had my elite who Lily didn't get credit for a lot of jump fulls, a lot of split halves, a lot of that because she didn't jump before she split, turned, or did whatever. So all of these are done with jumping jack arms versus swinging and so on, because I want them to isolate their feet without dropping their shoulders to pump. So take a look. Okay, so you're going to see the jumping jack arms, which is down and up without any shoulders dropping forward. You can see that? So they're learning to use the plie and the push through the feet and not the bend over, swing forward. It's beautiful, and it really, really helps. And it's forcing them to use their legs and feet, because if we let them keep bending over and swinging, you're going to see less and less that they use their feet because they're using their upper body, and they're also setting themselves up to fall by bending and piking. This is just flattening your body. See the nice, I really like these arms. Okay, so now they're going to add on, and they're going to do it with the half turn. I think that's next. Yes. Oops. But still, watch the jumping jack arms, spot the beam. When you go sideways, you spot the floor about half of your body's length in front of you. But kids have to learn now to start snapping their head and not keep it on the end of the beam. So for me, what has worked is when we do the split jump fulls, whatever, going side to side, I like them to spot the same distance away from the beam on both sides. Again, all of these are my opinions. These are not a right and a wrong. Turns, I don't